is a reading from my previous novel, Songs from the Other Side of the Wall. As it's an open mic read aloud session, I thought it probably best to dedicate it to the king of the open mic, Mr. Keith Williamson. Mum emptied the last of her coffee into our mugs and stood to take the pot back to the kitchen. After a few seconds I followed her. She was standing with her palms on the sideboard, her head bent down between her shoulders, her black bob hanging limply in front of her face. As I watched, there was a small convulsion in her body. Another followed, and more. They got closer together until her whole body shook like a drill. It was like she'd been storing tears since the day they dried up 17 years ago. I crossed the kitchen floor until I was standing behind her. Slowly, I reached out a hand, like a parent waking a child from its sleepwalk. She jumped at my touch, turned, her hair flying back from her face to reveal deep, black, wet hollows around her eyes. She put her hands behind my head, pulled it into her shoulder. I could feel the pressure building on my neck as she pressed me against the damp ends of her hair. Tears were running down the strands like dew on spiderwebs, collecting at the tips in drops that grew swollen until they burst on my skin. My face was becoming damp and warm. I threw my arms around her, pressed my hands on her back, ran them down the sides of her spine. Her body gave slightly under the force of my touch, then relaxed back into the quick, convulsing rhythm of her sobs. My hands moved quicker, more forcefully. It was as though her tears were filling the emptiness in me, watering me, nourishing me like an umbilicus. When she's spent, I thought, then I'll cry. I'll cry and fill her again, and we'll spend our lives in this room, feeding each other with tears until the only thing that's left in the whole world are these two women, and the never-ending cycle of their tears. The pads of my fingers felt bone beneath them. They moved over her, tracing vertebrae, searching out valleys, digging, opening her up. I pushed her back against the side, pulled myself away, cupped her face in my hands. My cheeks were wet. My hands, her skin, her hair, my hair, dripping, soaking. I had no idea where her tears ended and mine began. She ended, and I began. The air was heavy, so heavy it pushed and pushed until I sank beneath it, sliding to the floor, bringing her with me. We lay, still, spent and squeezed together.